What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel this evening, November 15th, 2017. This is your NXT review for tonight's show, the go-home show for what we are looking forward to most this weekend, and that is NXT TAKEOVER War Games from Houston, Texas. The undisputed, the Authors of Pain with Roderick Strong and Sanity will be inside WWE's version of War Games. This Saturday, the review will take place live after the show goes off the air, so make sure you guys are tuned right into the channel. I'm going to be talking about War Games on Saturday night with the official review. Same thing for Survivor Series. Just to let you guys know, War Games will be covered. Survivor Series will be covered. But before we even get to that, we're going to be doing preview and predictions for both War Games and Survivor Series on Off the Script this weekend. So it's going to be a big, big, big weekend for content. You don't want to go anywhere else. This is the #1 destination for everything WWE right here on YouTube.com. Just consider us the Kenny Omega of YouTube wrestling personalities, man. So that is that. So this weekend is going to be big. I am, of course, JD from New York. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel down below. Make sure you guys turn on that bell as well for all notifications. Follow me on Twitter. We just eclipsed 20,000 followers on Twitter, man. At JD from NY 206 on social media. Also, if you guys missed any content this week, Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live reviews are live on the channel right now. Also on Monday went Off the Script Part 3 for episode 195, where we talk about Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho. More late-breaking news regarding that situation there. So if you guys missed that, that is live on the channel as well. WWE 2K18 My Career Mode, that is all on the channel as of this week with a ton of content yet still to come. So if you guys are bored at some point this week, or if you guys want something to just lay down and relax to tonight, JD's got you covered, man. JD's got you covered. All that stuff is live on the channel tonight for you guys to go check out. So I would appreciate all your support. Podcast tonight being brought to you by none other than the fine people, my friends over at Audible. Audible is offering you guys, and some of you did sign up. Some of you actually took the time out of your day to tweet me last night. JD, I signed up for the Jim Ross book. JD, I signed up for the Justin Roberts autobiography. Audible is sponsoring the show tonight, giving you guys, all new listeners, 30 days. That's 1 month free of Audible service, and they're going to include 1 free audio book just for listening to the bullshit that comes out of my mouth, man. audibletrial.com/offthescript. Make sure you guys go and check that out. And here's the kicker, man. If you don't like the service, if you guys want to cancel within the 30-day free trial, you still get to keep your audio book on me. So if you guys want something for free, if you guys want to support the show, Audible is the way to do it. audibletrial.com/offthescript. Great way to support the show, and I appreciate everybody who's checking out the fine people and my friends over at Audible Trial. NXT tonight, man. Not much happened tonight. Usually nothing happens on NXT go-home shows before a TakeOver event. In fact, the one biggest piece of information that got leaked tonight for next week, we were all worried. Triple H, how could you do this to us? What the fuck is WWE thinking? Why aren't they showing this match? It could be a match of the year candidate. I know that. I was more heartbroken than everybody that this match wasn't taking place at TakeOver War Games live on the WWE Network. In fact, it could be the best match that happens all weekend. We were worried. Tonight, William Regal puts a smile on everybody's face, man. William Regal called Johnny Gargano into the office. Johnny Gargano says that there is still a spot for him in NXT. He's going to turn this thing around. William Regal says, Johnny, I have all the faith in the world in you that you're going to turn this thing around. You're Johnny fucking Wrestling. Says he got off the phone with Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne, the United Kingdom champion. Pete Dunne says he's issuing an open challenge to anyone on the NXT roster. William Regal says there's no better wrestler on the roster than Johnny Gargano for the opportunity. And he says that match will take place next week on NXT TV. We know the match is happening on Saturday night. We know the match is happening before TakeOver. We know the match is going to be filmed. We're going to get to see it next week on Wednesday during NXT. Also, they're going to be filming Ruby Riott versus Sonya Deville, but nobody gives a shit about that. Nobody gives a shit about that. As long as Gargano and Pete Dunne go about 20 minutes, you got my week fucking made, man. I don't give a shit what else happens on TV. That is fantastic news. Absolutely fantastic news. So I want all of you guys to join me on Twitch. Twitch.tv/JD from New York. We're going to watch that motherfucker with a smile on our face next week. Bring your cold beverages. I will have mine. It's going to be a good week of NXT next week because Johnny Gargano will be challenging Pete Dunne for the United Kingdom Championship. We were all worried it's not going to happen. We're not going to see it. It's going to be lost in WWE's archive somewhere. Kevin Dunn's going to store it away behind fucking logs of wood. You know? But it's going to see the light of day. ASAP. Next week, Gargano, Dunne on NXT. And I can't be more excited about that. As far as this show goes, man, a lot of video packages, a lot of hype for NXT TakeOver War Games. They had a nice little video package about the Undisputed. They went over the War Games promo again. They showed you how dominating the Authors of Pain and Sanity have been since Sanity won the NXT Tag Team Championships from the Authors of Pain. They showed the Authors of Pain coming back to NXT to take what is rightfully theirs, those NXT Tag Team Championships. Really nothing of importance between any of these three factions. They weren't even on the show. So we're getting ready for War Games, and WWE doing what they do best, man, with the video packages. Nobody does it better than WWE when it comes to the video package to hype something up. That's exactly what we got as far as the main event goes. As far as what we seen in the ring tonight, the show started off with the Street Profits versus Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss. Now, I mentioned last week that Riddick Moss reminds me of somebody that used to work for the WWE, but I couldn't put my finger on it. You guys came out and said, JD, are you thinking about Chuck Palumbo? Yes! Riddick Moss reminds me of Chuck Palumbo. Some of you were saying that he reminds you of Razor Ramon. Some of you were saying that he reminds you of, I don't know what the chat was saying, but Chuck Palumbo is the number one thing that sticks out to me. Chuck Palumbo is Riddick Moss, and Riddick Moss is Chuck Palumbo. That's just the way it is to me. Let me know what you guys think about that. Tino Sabatelli, man, he looks like $1 million fucking dollars. He looks fantastic. I think this tag team has got a great look. I think this tag team right now, though young, needs a name. They're coming along. They're being featured a little bit more. Obviously, we know what the Street Profits can do. I was slightly underwhelmed with this match because I thought this match would be a little bit more of a showcase for the Street Profits. It was, compared to what we've been seeing from them, but it was pretty much a squash match. Ultimately, in the end, it was a squash match. This match was very quick. The Street Profits hit their moves. Angelo Dawkins wins with a straight right hand to Tino Sabatelli, knocks him out, and he pinned him. 1, 2, 3. There was some nice double team moves. You know, the team of Sabatelli and Riddick Moss got some moves in, but ultimately they fell to the Street Profits. Street Profits, after the match, ran into the crowd and they started celebrating with the black cup. I gotta get myself one of those black cups, man. I wonder if they sell them on WWEshop.com. But Dawkins with a bulldog on Moss, spinning clothesline in the corner. Dawkins, I think it was Riddick Moss instead of Sabatelli. I think he punched out Riddick Moss with that big right hand. Kind of underwhelming. Kind of anticlimactic victory there for the Street Profits. But listen, man, they are riding a wave of momentum. And there's no doubt in my mind that sooner rather than later, they're going to be in the NXT Tag Team title hunt by the end of the year, early 2018. Good things to come for the Street Profits and Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss, man. Very, very good tag team division right now in NXT. Very good video package with Aleister Black and the Velveteen Dream, man. This match, outside, excluding TakeOver War Games, you know, the War Games match, Velveteen Dream and Aleister Black will be the match that steals the show. I can't wait to see what those two guys do. They're going to give them a lot of time. The storyline obviously has been so simplistic yet so fucking easy to follow. We're invested. We want to see what Aleister Black's reaction is. We want to see if the Velveteen Dream has Aleister Black say his name. You know, it's going to be the Black Mass versus the Purple Rainmaker off the top. That beautiful looking elbow drop from the Velveteen Dream, Patrick Clark. Going to be a great match, man. Two of my favorite personalities right now on NXT. Can't wait to see what those two guys do. Beautiful video package highlighting everything that we've seen so far. And again, nobody does it better than WWE with the video packages. Did somebody order a shovel on tonight's NXT TakeOver Go Home show? Seriously. Raul Mendoza was the unlucky individual who got Lars Sullivan tonight. Get out the body bags, because this one was a complete fucking squash. Lars Sullivan, I've said it on this show several times, Lars Sullivan is going to be, and you can mark my words, mark this video, put it in your notebooks, engrave it in your skulls. Lars Sullivan is going to be the Braun Strowman of WWE in 2018. Braun Strowman is the MVP of Monday Night Raw in 2017. Lars Sullivan, whether he gets called up or not, is going to be the Braun Strowman of 2018. This guy's going to be an unstoppable monster, which will probably result in his first NXT title win. He's going to get better. All he needs is a repertoire of moves and a new finisher. Now, what I've seen from Lars Sullivan tonight, you know, he's got the speed, he's got the power, he's got the look, he's got the dominance, he's got the theme, he's got the presence, he's got everything. Lars Sullivan's going to be a major player in WWE. He destroyed Raul Mendoza. You want to see a fucking stinger splash? My God. He avalanched him in the corner. I thought he fucking collapsed this guy's chest in. That's how fucking devastating those stinger splashes were. Then he does a Mark Henry-esque Olympic slam, and I thought that was his new finisher. And then he just finishes him off with the stupid sidewalk slam move that he does, that fucking big boss man slam, and he gets the victory over Raul Mendoza very easily. He needs a new finishing move, man. A guy like Lars Sullivan needs a very impactful finishing move. That's not going to get it done. So some things still need to be tweaked about Lars Sullivan. He's going to come along nicely. The match at TakeOver that he's going to have with Cassius, oh no, is going to be very brutal, man. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what those two guys do. You know, Cassius Ohno, you know, we make fun of him here, but the guy could fucking wrestle. So it's not only going to be a test for Ohno to make Lars Sullivan look good, but it's going to be a test for Lars Sullivan to keep up with Ohno, who can clearly fucking out-wrestle most of the NXT roster. So it's going to be interesting to see in a match I'm definitely intrigued by, just because of how Lars Sullivan's coming along and what we know Cassius Ohno is capable of. So I can't wait to see what those guys do at TakeOver War Games. Like I said, William Regal called Johnny Gargano in the office. Match will happen next week on NXT television. Ember Moon versus Mercedes Martinez. This was, I think, the last match showcased on this show. Mercedes Martinez, if you guys know, which you should because your memory shouldn't fade away so quickly, being that it just happened about a month and a half ago. The Mae Young Classic. Mercedes Martinez was the last stop for Shayna Baszler in the Mae Young Classic. She beat Mercedes Martinez. She advanced to the finals. They're obviously stablemates. They're training partners. They came from the same promotion. Mercedes Martinez is 37 years old. She's got over a decade and a half of experience in the business. There's just something about her I don't like. I don't know if it's her look. I don't know if it's her just stereotypical generic theme song. I don't know if it's just the way she carries herself in the ring. There's just something about her that I don't like. Maybe the stigma that she left in the Mae Young Classic, I really wasn't impressed by. She didn't do anything in the Mae Young Classic that really raised my eyebrows. You know, Bianca Belair raised my eyebrows. Toni Storm raised more than just my fucking eyebrow. Kairi Sane, Tessa Blanchard, Santana Garrett, Piper Niven, right? You got Candice LeRae. Bunch of women in that tournament that, and I know I'm missing some. Abby Lath is another one. Shayna Baszler was, you know, raising an eyebrow here and there just based on the dominance that she had. Mia Yim was another one. Had the lucky circumstance to call a Mia Yim match last month with Sonya Strong at House of Glory. But there was just something about Mercedes Martinez compared to all these other women that didn't really stand out. And she was in a match tonight with Ember Moon. Ember Moon obviously is challenging for the NXT, the vacant NXT Women's Championship. So obviously we all knew Ember Moon was going to go over and Ember Moon was going to go look strong into TakeOver. Mercedes Martinez, I will say this, man. I was down on her coming out of the Mae Young Classic. She did pretty well for herself tonight. She did more in this match with Ember Moon than she did in the entire tournament of the Mae Young Classic. And I'm thinking that has to do with because Ember Moon was better than pretty much everybody she wrestled in the Mae Young Classic. Ember Moon's a very, very good wrestler. The only thing Ember Moon I've stated that she needs to work on is her promo skill because it doesn't come off as organic. It doesn't come off as natural. It comes off as just cringeworthy, you know? But the woman can wrestle. So Mercedes Martinez was given a lot of offense in this match with Ember Moon. You know, she did the Three Amigos, and she did somewhat of the Three Amigos, and then the final suplex, she did a British Bulldog-esque delayed vertical suplex. You know, she did a falling tower off the top rope. You know, a cutter off the top rope on Ember Moon. You know, she did her own, she held her own, and Ember Moon made her look good in defeat. And all it took was one eclipse. There was a beautiful knife edge chop that fucking just leveled Ember Moon down to the mat. Mercedes Martinez did a lot in this match to, you know, say, you know what, maybe she can hang in NXT. Maybe she will be okay in NXT, coming out of the Mae Young Classic. But all it took was one eclipse, man. 1, 2, 3, Ember Moon wins. After the match, Nikki Cross's music hit. She comes out from the crowd. She stands and starts shaking the barricade. Peyton Royce, everybody's favorite Peyton Royce, comes out, and she was looking as beautiful as ever. She comes down the ramp, and she stands there, and she's playing with her hair. And then Kairi Sane comes out, her music hits, and she starts showing everybody the elbow. All 4 women are going to be challenging for the vacant NXT Women's Championship. I will give you my predictions this weekend on Off the Script. So if you guys are interested in that, keep an eye out for that this weekend. Ember Moon wins with a beautiful eclipse on Mercedes Martinez. 1, 2, 3. In the final segment of the show, Drew McIntyre made every male with a cock and balls between his legs jealous as a motherfucker tonight. NXT champion Drew McIntyre calls out Andrade Cien Almas and Zelina Vega, and it ends in a wild brawl. Right now, I got the video clip and the audio from Drew McIntyre's promo on Andrade Cien Almas from tonight's NXT show, where he calls out both Zelina Vega and Andrade Cien Almas.
And Zelina.
Oh, Zelina. Oh, Zelina. The lovely.
Zelina.
Lovely Zelina.
You've been talking about success. You've been rambling on about mountains. I've got news for you. Your client's going to find out real quick when he steps into the ring with Drew McIntyre that I am the bloody mountain.
How do you look at Drew McIntyre? I know I'm going to go off topic. How do you look at Drew McIntyre, right? How do you look at him now? And then look at Jinder Mahal. If you were to line these two guys up, and you didn't know who they were, right? And you told somebody, out of these two guys, who would you make a WWE champion? Would you believe that they made Jinder Mahal a WWE champion before Drew McIntyre? That just doesn't sit well with me, man. I am stunned by that. Drew McIntyre is money. If you want someone who could lead the WWE potentially into the future, this guy's fucking young he's still young, dude. Drew McIntyre, he looks phenomenal. He's tall. He's got the promo ability. The guy can obviously fucking wrestle. He looks like a fucking champion. If there's a way WWE does not get behind him this second run, I don't know what the fuck these people are thinking, man. Drew McIntyre has got it all. He's a stud, if I ever seen one. I can't wait to see what he does when he comes to the main roster. I mean, he ain't going to be down there for long. This guy's got WWE champion written all over him in this second run. Right now, he's just there because there really isn't a need for him on the main roster right now. There really isn't a need for a lot of the people on the main roster because they're not utilizing everybody on the main roster. But can you believe this guy This guy is playing second fiddle to Jinder Mahal as far as WWE championships. Come on, bro. Come on, man. We all know Jinder sucks. We all know Jinder can't wrestle. Drew McIntyre is so much more superior than Jinder Mahal. Out of 3MB, Jinder Mahal was the first guy to become a WWE champion. My goodness. He is the Bloody Mountain.
I am standing here right now asking you one last time, Cien. Come out here and face me like a man. Don't do it to prove something to me. Don't do it to prove something to Zelina. Do it to prove something to yourself. Come out here for once and face me like a man. Unless, of course, Zelina's not going to let you off the leash for the night.
Whoa, wait a minute. Would you want Zelina to let you off the leash? I don't know, man. That's a fucking head scratcher right there. You know? That may stump some men. So, obviously, that brings out Zelina and Andrade.
It is on, McIntyre and Almas.
Big brawl going on. They're just fucking going at it. Throwing right hands.
They are brawling in the center of the ring. Hostilities.
And Zelina flies off the top rope trying to crossbody Drew, and he's got a fucking huge handful of her ass, and she's wearing tight leather pants. He made not only Austin Aries angry, but he made every male watching NXT tonight raise their eyebrows. Drew, what I wouldn't give to be Drew McIntyre right now. My goodness. So he catches her, and then he puts her down.
Zelina Vega more than just a business advisor.
And then a chop block by Andrade.
Looked like she came out of the rafters.
And Almas with that chop block on the left leg.
And then after that, it cuts out on YouTube. WWE obviously didn't want to show you the rest. I don't know why. Andrade gave him the hammerlock DDT. Zelina Vega pointing to the title, picks up the title, starts smacking it around, starts pointing to it, and then she's like, "This is going to be yours on Saturday." Drapes it over McIntyre's laid out corpse, and that's your title match, man. That's your title match. A lot of people are asking me, JD, do you see Andrade winning the title? No, I do not see Andrade winning the title. I'll talk about that when we talk about previewing predictions for NXT. But before I get out of here, man, let me see if there's any NXT news. I doubt that there's any NXT news this week. I don't think there is any NXT news, to be honest with you. I think it's just everybody's getting ready for TAKEOVER. And the only thing that I have as far as news goes for NXT this week is there's a big rumor right now about Hideo Itami, which we talked about on Off the Script already, you know. Dave Meltzer in the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter mentions that there were plans back in April for Andrade Cien Almas to get called up to the WWE main roster, but that was obviously well before Zelina Vega came into the picture. This hasn't changed yet, and Almas has rebooted his character over the past few months. He will be facing McIntyre, as you guys know, for the NXT title at TakeOver War Games. Meltzer also says that the Authors of Pain were once on the top of the list of names to be called up soon. They will be involved in the War Games match with Roderick Strong at TakeOver. Hideo seems to be a lock, and will be the first one called up. Both Almas and the Authors of Pain could be getting called up after TakeOver, but we will have to wait and see on that. Also, rumored to be getting called up are both Billy Kay and Peyton Royce. So we could be seeing a new influx of talent come to the main roster from NXT. Authors of Pain could sorely be used. They're sorely needed. They could definitely be used somewhere on the main roster, whether it's on Raw or SmackDown. They'll probably put them on Raw. I'd love to see a stable form with the Authors of Pain. You know, I'd have Samoa Joe aligned with the Authors of Pain and just make a fucking whole Samoan stable. You want to battle the fucking Shield? There you go. Samoa Joe and the Authors of Pain, Akam and Razor. And then the Authors of Pain can back Samoa Joe as he wins the Universal Championship. That's the way I'd do it. Or the Intercontinental Championship. Something. You know? Give them the tag team titles. Give Samoa Joe the Intercontinental title. You'd be good to go, man. You know? But Almas, I don't know where he would go. The fact that Zelina Vega is the wild card, I don't see him going to 205 Live. If this was Almas before Zelina Vega, yeah, he's 205 Live bound, no question. Now that Zelina Vega is here and she has taken his character completely through the roof, and people now actually give a shit about the guy, I could see him on SmackDown. I'd love to see him on SmackDown. I think him against anybody would be fucking great. Him versus Nakamura, him versus Styles, him versus Orton. I think Andrade could do very well for himself on SmackDown if they want to use him. That's the thing, if they want to use him. They're not using a lot of guys on SmackDown Live, so I feel like he'll get lost in the shuffle. On Monday Night Raw, he'd be a non-entity. They won't use him on Monday Night Raw. And if he does go to Monday Night Raw, I could see him going against, Finn Balor. I could see him going against Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, guys like that. But we'll see what happens, man. Hideo Itami seems to be the unfortunate soul that's going to be cast off to 205 Live. And after that, I could see him just walking out when his contract expires and says, WWE, screw you. I ain't staying on 205 Live. I'm going back home to Japan where I could be a world-renowned athlete instead of being fucking wasted away in 205 Live. So that's the only thing that I got as far as news goes. Other than that, man, no other news concerning TakeOver War Games right now. But TakeOver War Games preview and predictions will happen. They will happen this weekend, so make sure you guys tune into that. Also, Survivor Series preview and predictions. There's a lot going on, man. I got a lot of news about Survivor Series, so it's going to be a big fucking off the script this weekend, and I don't want you guys to go anywhere else. Keep it right here to the channel for all your Survivor Series weekend needs. I am JD. Thank you guys so much for hopefully staying with me on this monetized video, YouTube. Every Wednesday, NXT gets demonetized, and I make fucking 0 dimes off of it. So hopefully something happens where it just stays. I might not even upload a fucking thumbnail. I might not even put tags on it. I don't know what the fuck I gotta do to keep NXT videos monetized. Apparently, YouTube doesn't like NXT. Neither does fucking Kevin Dunn. They're one and the same. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me here tonight on the channel. If you enjoyed it, please hit that thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it. Always like seeing a lot of thumbs up on the video. What content creator doesn't? Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206 and hit that subscribe button down below. We are less than 300 away from 85,000 subscribers. I am JD. I'll be back tomorrow with an off the script extra, so don't go anywhere. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great Wednesday night. If you're lucky, I might be on Twitch. If not, Call of Duty. Go fucking take a walk, man. You guys are fucking garbage. Sledgehammer, Schofield, Condry. There you go. That's my answer to World War II. I'll talk to you guys later.